Just like with Assassin's Creed, Far Cry is going to be a very common series you see on the channel. I love how the games are made, the stories are great, the gameplay is fun, so let's get right into Primal for this hard mode check. I put survivor mode on because I felt it was just kind of right, and put that hard mode difficulty right on and went right in. So this is actually my first time ever trying survivor mode, and hard mode actually, either of them, and so far I'm heavily enjoying it. Even immediately I can tell the animals sense you easier, hunting is more serious, and animals are sometimes seriously scary. Not noticing many issues against the Udam so far. Early game they've been quite a breeze. After quite a bit of hunting and playing around, the Udam had attacked us because I had fought them a few times, and that was once again a breeze. And soon after that, I drank from a skull and became a mammoth. And I get what they were doing here, but I didn't care for it, any of it really. I kind of liked being the mammoth, but only for like 10 seconds. This vision just dragged, and then at the end it didn't do anything for me. I just did not like it at all. So, soon after that, I decided I'd walk right into the tent to drink more of that mix, because I guess that got me all fucked up, so I'm in. And this vision was so much better. They just throw you into what looks like its own glacier, with a lot of story about the Udam, and a lot of fun, easy kills to go along with it. One of the easiest missions I've ever had in a hard mode, but that wasn't really the point of the vision. I loved it, had a lot of fun, and had great story along with it. After that, the game opened up much more, and I had more Wenger to go get. So I had my eye on Karush. He looked decent, and it said he gives me new takedowns, so I was on it. I was hoping with how far away he was that it would provide more of a challenge than the others, but I was wrong. The journey there was fraught with beasts and hunger, but the mission itself was done and over in a moment. It dragged a bit waiting for Udam, but I pretty much just burned some bodies and got the guy. Woohoo! This is random, but at this point I found out you can destroy almost anyone's cairn in the game, and I was happy about this, but honestly ended up feeling very bad for what I had done. Udam or not, it was a very nice cairn. One thing I'm always going to do if a game's looking great is show it off a little bit for you guys, so here you go.
Mansi Sahib, Asham Raskratistai.
After that, I went to go get Woga the Crafter because I was sick of barely being able to hold anything. Woga tried to trap me, and he pissed all over me like a dick. And then I took his jaguar from his cave and went to prove to him that I was Wenja. On the way, I had to deal with more jaguars, but I just kind of slipped by them, and then when I found him, he told me to just go get a bunch of rocks. So I got a bunch of rocks, and then he went back to my cave. And it was as simple as that. I've learned that I actually appreciate the inability to fast travel everywhere you want in survivor mode. I've always thought the fast travel in some of these games is a bit overpowered, so it's a refreshing change to the situation and adds a great element to nighttime that feels just much more realistic. Next, I went to get Jaima. The game told me that she can upgrade my bows and help me hunt, but when I got to her, she told me she had been hunting a bear for 2 days and shot me. Real primitive. But I told her I'd get the bear, and a few bears in the game actually got me pretty well a couple times. I genuinely have felt afraid of the animals in this game multiple times, and mainly just them. But after a little bit, I got the bear and felt very satisfied with the kill. And just like that, I got my very own little Artemis at the village. Nice and simple.
Suan man mama fadi. Di igwar cham cham shadafmas. Shlangwigwan dafmas.
After her, I had decided I wanted to go after the Udam-looking fort in the northeast. After everything else being as simple as it was, I thought it wouldn't be too hard, and I was wrong. Completely. This fort was a step above anything I had dealt with so far. It had me confused, panicking, and dead so many times. I had finally decided I can't beat this fort yet, and I sadly left, ready to come back even better later on. With how much I had failed getting the fort, I believed my biggest help now would be able to get a great beast. So I did a mission for Jaima the Hunter, and boom, I could go get the Blood-Fang Sabertooth. And I did it. It was awesome. It took me 3 nights, but I didn't die once. And with a lot of planning, we became good friends, and I grinded my way around. And then I fast traveled back to town to prepare for the big attack on the Darwa fort. And as I fast traveled back home, the Blood-Fang Sabertooth was dead. Yep, that's it. Just dead. The game glitched or something and killed my beast. So time to try the fort back at square one, much sadder and heartbroken than before. I even contacted Ubisoft support about it. I did find one new friend on the way though, so this helped my heart out a little bit. And after pretty much forever of attacking this fort, I did it. By separating enemies and forcing them to go berserk, I was able to move Da from the group, take way too long taking him out, and then I ran back and finished the job. being very excited after I got home, celebrating with my fellow Wenja. And at this, defeating the fort had finished up my 3 days of Far Cry Primal hard mode, and it was amazing. Putting it on Survivor difficulty added a needed element to the Primal game, and I didn't want to stop playing here. But if you get the chance, play this game with this difficulty. There were times I got mad, but the feeling of success outweighed the fear of night, the fear of big beasts, and the game does very well at making you want to help the other Wenja. Through fixing up their huts or doing missions for new skills, it was all worth it. I really didn't want to stop playing, but my journey must continue on. I hope you all enjoyed watching.